With a resounding of claps, let us welcome the Bollywood superstar and youth icon, Mr. Ranveer Singh. तालियों की गूंज के साथ स्वागत है आपका. But as they say, प्रतीक्षा का फल मीठा होता है. The fruits of patience are very, very sweet. So here we have Mr. Singh.
आपको भी good morning, madam.
Very, very good morning to you. Thank you. You made my day. भारतीय परंपरा के अनुसार दीप प्रज्वलित कर इस आयोजन का आरंभ होगा. In keeping with the Indian tradition, the function will be inaugurated by lighting the auspicious ceremonial lamp. And to do the honors, I request Srimati Sumalata Ambarish, MP, Member Standing Committee on Communications IT, Shri Sanjay Seth, MP, Member Standing Committee on Communication and IT, Ms. Tracy Brabin, Mayor of West Yorkshire, UK, Shri Apurva Chandraji, Secretary, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India, Mr. Ramesh Sippi, renowned producer and director, Mr. Ashish Kulkarni, founder, Punaryug and Chairman FICCI AVCG Forum, Mr. Arun Chawla, Director General FICCI, and Mr. Ranveer Singh. लोकान जयति दीपस्तेजोमयः स्मृतः चतुर्वर्ग प्रदोदीपन तस्मात् दीप यजेत प्रिये. This couplet in Sanskrit translates, the lamp is luminous, its radiance grants victory, its light imparts dharma, artha, kama and moksha, that is righteousness, prosperity, pleasure and finally emancipation. This is the significance of lighting a lamp, and hence a lamp should be lit. Lamp, as we all know, is also a symbol of knowledge. दीप ज्ञान का प्रतीक होता है, हम सभी जानते हैं. वातावरण बेहद मंगलमय, शुभ और पवित्र हो गया है. The lamp being lit, the function being inaugurated, let us have a nice group picture, moments to be treasured in the form of photographs. यादगार पल हम सभी के लिए. Yes, one nice group picture for memories. आइए सर, सामने आइएगा. Lovely memories for keepsake for a very, very long time to come. Can I request all the esteemed dignitaries to kindly take their seats while I call upon Mr. Arun Chawla, Director General FICCI, for the welcome address.
Mr. Sanjay Seth, Honorable Member of the Parliament and Member Standing Committee, Communications and IT, Ms.
Samaletha Amrish, Honorable Member of Parliament and Member Standing Committee on Communication and IT, Mr. Apurva Chandra, Secretary, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India, Ms. Tracy Brabin, Mayor of West Yorkshire, UK, Mr. Ranveer Singh, iconic actor from the Bollywood, distinguished delegates, members of media, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of FICCI, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to FICCI Frames Fast Track 2022, a global platform to discuss and deliberate a range of contemporary issues and themes across the media and entertainment sector. Over the next 2 days, we look forward to varied perspectives and engaging discussions on topics most important for India's media and entertainment industry. It's a great honor that we are joined by Mr. Apurva Chandra, Secretary, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, on this occasion. He has been a constant guiding force. Mr. Chandra, a very warm welcome to you. We have a special guest from UK, Ms. Tracy Brabin, Mayor of West Yorkshire, leading a delegation to this event. I am delighted to welcome her at this program. Let me also welcome the very talented and versatile star of Bollywood, Mr. Ranveer Singh. And of course, the well-known film producer and director, Mr. Ramesh Sippy. I must accord a special welcome to Mr. Sanjay Seth and Ms. Samaletha Amrish, both honorable members of the Parliament and members of the Standing Committee on Communications and IT. Ladies and gentlemen, from the times when Doordarshan and All India Radio were the only medium available that people could watch and tune into, the media and entertainment industry has traveled a long journey with over 900 TV channels, more than 144,000 registered print media publications, 385 private FM radio stations, and myriad digital outlets. India's media and entertainment market is one of the most vibrant and diverse globally. However, for an industry that has been growing at a rate faster than our GDP in 2019, the pandemic has been a challenging period for the industry, both in India as well as globally. Showing immense resilience, the industry is on road to recovery post-COVID-19 blip, but still must overcome its pre-pandemic levels. According to FICCI and EY report, the Indian media and entertainment sector is expected to grow 17% this year to US $25.2 billion and recover to its 2019 pre-pandemic levels. Maintaining a CAGR of 11%, the industry is likely to reach US $30.9 billion by 2024. These are staggering numbers and underscore the strong growth potential of media and entertainment industry. India is also amongst the largest content producers in the world. In 2021 alone, 150,000 hours of TV content, 2,500 hours of premium OTT content, and 2,000 hours of filmed content was produced in 2021. The increased digital media consumption has given more choice and power, and Indian customers have enthusiastically embraced it. This has resulted in media and entertainment companies rethinking their business models across their core areas: content, distribution, transaction, and consumer. We are all aware of India's digital transformation. It has caused the number and importance of online media platforms to rise dramatically. The government has actively supported the media and entertainment industry, particularly through several initiatives to increase digitization and the creation of digital communication infrastructure. However, there are still a lot of unanswered problems, the topmost being how to maintain media and entertainment industry's viability. What support do these sectors' decision makers require, not only to retain the status quo, but to expand exponentially? How much assistance should the government offer in terms of initiatives and policies? How is the sector sustainability relating to consumers' empowerment working out? Many of these issues will come up during the discussions over the next 2 days. Ladies and gentlemen, as the industry strives to reimagine the future, there are 5 trends to watch out over the next few years. The first is about content. The pandemic disrupted and transformed the consumption habits for content, both in home and outside. To keep viewers interested, network owners must continuously direct new content to their linear channels. Second is about consumers' demand. Customers will keep looking for distinctive experiences and easy access to entertainment materials. The M&E industry must provide a service that keeps the customers connected and interested. Third is about the pandemic impact that the pandemic had on the cinema industry, and the theatre owners found it difficult to stay in business. Looking ahead, a strong lineup of much anticipated blockbuster movies should contribute to the resurgence in theatre attendance. Fourth is about participation in animation, visual effects, gaming, and comic, or what we refer to as AVGC. AVGC industry is expanding quickly, yet there is a shortage of good programmers, graphic designers, and managers. The AVGC industry has enormous potential and has been working closely with the government and industry stakeholders towards enhancing the global positioning of the Indian AVGC industry. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, the growth in digital media is outpacing that of other segments. We anticipate the category will keep closing the gap with television as digital infrastructure such as broadband connection, screens, e-commerce, digital payments, etc. continue to rise. With sessions, workshops, and masterclasses on themes covering the entire gamut of media and entertainment sector, including films, broadcast, digital entertainment, animation, gaming, visual effects, FICCI Frames Fast Track promises to be the full of immersive, meaningful, and engaging discussions. I'm sure that all these sessions will be of great interest to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, I once again welcome you all and wish the ensuing deliberations a great success. Thank you.
Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Akriti. I'm an RJ with Red FM and I'm also part of this entire event today. Thank you so much, Arun sir, for your insights. And I welcome Priyanka Chaturvedi ma'am, Honorable Member of Parliament today for joining us. Hi and welcome. Now I request Mr. Ramesh Sippy sir to please join us here, renowned producer and director. Welcome sir.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Fast Track 2020 FICCI Frames. Okay, 2022. Apologies. All right. I have been recently appointed chairman of the Media and Entertainment Skill Council. So in that capacity, I would like to say a few words. As much as the pandemic has affected not only our country, the whole world, it has also brought a lot of changes. and they say, thank heaven for little mercies. The OTT platform has suddenly got a big boom. And now both cinema and the small platforms will perform jointly as they used to, but in a much bigger way. So I'm sure we all look forward to what's going to happen in the near future. Our dear Prime Minister, the Honorable Shri PM Modi, we are going to take the youth with us on this journey and try and skill them so that what they learn, even if it's a little bit compared to a huge formal education, they'll be able to contribute to some part of that, some little clog or wheel or something within that industry. I know from my experience that it's a completely different world today. During Sholay, when the film was released, and it was the emergency, we had to close down the shows by midnight. We were asked to close them down, so the distributor said, would you please do something and reduce the film by 20 minutes, because it was 3 hours and 20 minutes. The last show must get over before 12. People ran all over the country, cutting the film. And within 3-4 weeks, we were told that they wanted all back. So all the people ran back all over the country to put it back. Today, that may not be necessary at all. The digital movement has reached a point where that correction can be made at one place and then aired all over. It's such a vast difference. Maybe those people running around will not have that job, but a hell of a lot more people will be getting it done over here. All I can say is, I hope to make some contribution towards this and make our youth, which is the largest part of our population today, and help take them forward in the media and entertainment industry. From my side, I welcome this. I think it's a very, very, very challenging future, and I'm sure we'll all be contributing to it, and we'll all be learning from these young people as much as we teach them. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Sippy Saab, for those words of wisdom. Time now, ladies and gentlemen, for the guest address by Ms. Tracy Brabeen, Mayor of West Yorkshire, UK.
Wow, it's so amazing to be here. Isn't it great after 2 years being in a room with so many people and so much talent? And how fabulous to hear from colleagues on this panel how your ambitions here in Mumbai in India for our amazing sector. So I'm really, really honored to be here with so many people from the business and entertainment sector. And thank you for Vicky for the invitation to join this fantastic convention. And we have had such a warm Mumbai welcome, so thank you everyone for making us so happy. I am the Mayor of West Yorkshire, a creative powerhouse in the north of England with devolved and independent powers and budgets. Our region is full of towns and cities with proud histories, bright futures, and bursting with creativity. You may have heard of some of them because some of them have great football teams. Leeds, Bradford, Halifax, Huddersfield, and Wakefield, and so many with strong links to your amazing nation. Now, before coming into politics, I spent 3 decades as an actor and a writer. And I've seen firsthand the impact that culture can have. A good cultural offer for a community plays such an important role in bringing people to settle in a region. It's not just about good schools, is it? It's about the cultural life of a community. What people do to enrich their lives, to find joy, to find happiness and well-being. Now, when I became mayor, I promised the people of our region a creative New Deal, driving investment, jobs, opportunities, regeneration, skills, and training to all. And this is my first major international visit as Mayor of West Yorkshire. And so I'm delighted to be here in India. India is a place really close to my heart, and it's such an exciting time for the UK-India relationship. The free trade agreement between our nations is being finalized. And I want my brilliant, dynamic region to be front and center, driving creativity and cultural partnerships and trade and investment activity. Now, some of you in this room may already know a little about West Yorkshire, but West Yorkshire is one of the UK's leading locations for film, for media and entertainment. Bradford, our largest second city, became the world's first UNESCO City of Film 2009. It supported Mumbai to become UNESCO City of Film itself in 2019. We are brother and sister, both UNESCO's City of Film. The links between our two cities continue to strengthen. UNESCO creative cities are committed to placing creativity and cultural industries at the core of their urban development strategies, making our cities safe, resilient, inclusive, beautiful, and sustainable. And it's something we are passionate about throughout our region, and we really want to deepen our already brilliant relationship with Mumbai. We want to work with the talented and creative people here in this room to champion sustainability in the creative sectors and film industry through investment and through support. We are absolutely open for business, and you are welcome. Culture and creativity has been central to West Yorkshire for centuries. Home of the Brontes, David Hockney, Zayn Malik. The first moving picture was filmed in Leeds, and we're now home to internationally renowned film and TV production. Channel 4, most of you will know, who, as you know, invests in feature films with talent drawn from across the world. And Screen Yorkshire, driving that inward investment into our region, engaging our communities and building national and international links. And we have a talent pipeline second to none. And we are investing millions of pounds in Creative Catalyst and the Mayor's Screen Diversity Programme, getting young people of all backgrounds into our amazing sector. Now, alongside our upcoming cultural festivals, Leeds 2023, Kirklees Year of Music 2023, Calderdale's 2024 Vision Events, Wakefield's year-long Festival of Culture 2024, all culminating in the most extraordinary year of Bradford UK City of Culture 2025. And you are all welcome. Please do come. All of this will ensure West Yorkshire, the heart of England, will become the cultural crucible of the whole UK, and it is a unique moment going forward. I would like you all to get involved in our cultural festivals, to attend, but also to partner with us on the exciting programmes of activity. We know the creative industries are worth £1.97 billion to our regional economy, and we have the fastest creative sector growth outside of London and Scotland. We have a strong screen industries ecosystem with over 30 TV production companies based in our region, including, you will know, Prime Focus Technologies, who have their UK headquarters and media centre in our region and a key part of our offer. Global productions filmed in the region include Downton Abbey, The Crown, Victoria, Peaky Blinders, and numerous upcoming Marvel, Netflix, and Prime series, including fantastic Bollywood productions. Gold with Akshay Kumar. Akshay and his co-stars all stayed in Bradford during filming, and over 2,000 local extras were involved in the production. Clean Slate Films, currently filming in our region for their upcoming Netflix film, Chakta Express, a film that traces the glorious journey of one of the best female cricketers and highest wicket taker in the history of women's ODI cricket, Mazhulan Goswami. She's also going to spend a fair bit of her time at Yorkshire Cricket. Of course, we are also the home of cricket in the whole of the UK. So with the strength of the sector, there are huge opportunities for companies from India to partner with our leading companies and to invest. The rewards are absolutely there for the taking, and we will support you every single step of the way. We want to deepen our relationship with Creative India, attracting more investment from production companies, gaming studios, post-production houses, and VFX companies. And we've already started. Early this year, Mumbai headquarters global streaming platform Clean Slate announced a new partnership with Yorkshire Cricket, and I'm particularly delighted. This now means we're home to the first UK sports venue with an Indian business as a title sponsor with significant gaming rights. And we have a rich talent pool to dip into. In 2021, employment in our screen industries increased post-COVID. It didn't just level out, it increased by 55%. We have 7 universities, National Film and TV School and the Met Film School, have both opened facilities recently in the region, training the next generation of brilliant talent. Talent from all over the world drawn to the opportunities in our region. Channel 4 alone commissioned over £130 billion worth from our region, with 40 billion going to local companies. Massive opportunities for content creators. But of course, there's always much more that we can do. So I would personally love to invite you all to visit West Yorkshire. Come and see for yourself the exciting and dynamic media and entertainment sectors and beautiful filming locations. Meet the rising stars and experienced producers and investment. This is our moment, and I absolutely want to share it with you. It was so great to speak to all of you today, and thank you for the opportunity, and I look forward to meeting you all and developing partnerships. Thank you all so very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tracy. Thanks a lot. अभी इस particular moment के लिए I am switching on my RJ mode on because अगर यहाँ पर मैंने emotions control कर लिए तो justice बिल्कुल नहीं होने वाला. So that's exactly I'm going to do. So I need your support. I need you all of you to loosen up because this is the moment जब हम Achiever of the Year award देने वाले हैं. And I will not ask you to guess. Of course you'll say shut up. So मैं वो बिल्कुल नहीं करने वाली हूँ. लेकिन जिनको ये मिल रहा है, he is a superstar, he's a bomb, he's full of emotions, he's unapologetic, he's bindas, he's trendsetter and what not, absolute rock star. मतलब जिस फ्रेम में जाते हैं, वहाँ पे क्या होता है? Fire. Everybody's desire. Ranveer Singh. I've written something for you. ठीक है, बहुत मेहनत करी है मैंने and I please वाह वाह बनता है. So, yeah, thanks. I've already got the applause. Okay, so, ध्यान से. FICCI में आज मेरी तरफ से खास है इनका welcome. FICCI में आज मेरी तरफ से खास है इनका welcome. इनको देख के दिल दिमाग एक्साइटमेंट में हो जाए नंब. थैंक यू, सो स्वीट. थैंक यू. लड़का तो हीरा है, दिल भी इसका करता है ब्लिंग. ओके, लड़का तो हीरा है, दिल भी इसका करता है ब्लिंग. नजर न लगे इसे, आवाज करो पब्लिक. वी हैव रणवीर सिंह इन द हाउस. Whoa! I request Tracy ma'am, Apurva sir, everybody to please felicitate Ranveer Singh. Achiever of the Year award goes to one and only Ranveer Singh. Give it up for him, guys. Make some noise. Whoa!
ये मैं यहां रख लेता हूं. हाँ, नमस्ते, गुड मॉर्निंग. Thank you all for having me here. Very well spoken, ma'am. Welcome to my city. Welcome to Mumbai. Mega city indeed. No place like it in the world, ma'am. Very, very proud. Born and raised here. It's the heart of our entertainment industry. And we are all proud members of the fraternity. I welcome you all to FICCI Frames Fast Track. All the brightest minds in the Indian entertainment sphere. Good morning to you all, and thank you for this. Thank you, FICCI, for honoring me. To be amongst the esteemed thought leaders of our industry is a huge honor for me. So, once again, really, thank you for having me, and thank you for this. Ma'am, a lot of my producer friends are very keen on subscribing to Rebate. May I direct them towards you? They'll be more than happy to come to Yorkshire. Yorkshire's open for business. है ना? जिसको भी rebate चाहिए, ट्रेसी मैम से बात करो. I'm glad that we can now meet in person. A round of applause for us all. Our resilience as a collective coming out of a very difficult time. I hope that during FICCI Fast Track, we can fast track some great ideas for the rapidly changing and hyper-dynamic, and I deliberately say hyper-dynamic landscape of Indian entertainment that we are witnessing right now. Times are changing, Arun sir. Very well said. Times are changing, entertainment options have opened up. There are now perceivably new structures in Indian entertainment, and all this has happened very, very recently. We've been accelerated rapidly into a new look sphere. The climate is different, and in a good way, in a very exciting way. Media, as we know, is constantly fragmenting. Audience attention spans are shrinking. We're seeing massive, massive changes in entertainment consumption patterns. And it's all a crazy state of flux right now. It's all changing, and it feels like a weird time because it's all changing so fast, we can hardly keep up. But in this tumultuous sea change lies opportunity. And I back the Indian entertainment industry to adapt and use this dynamism to our advantage. I believe we're poised to adapt, as we always have, to our rapidly evolving consumer habits. It's all becoming one giant entertainment landscape. The world has become connected more than ever before, and we now have the opportunity like never before to showcase our culture, our skills, and our talent to the world. Our Indian youth is a creative juggernaut. They're very smart, very cool, very with it. They have the information, they have the access, they have the exposure, they are attracted towards authenticity and creatively charged. and have a bounding, restless energy. So the possibilities are limitless, and that's why I say it's an extremely, extremely exciting time to be living in and working in. This coming decade, I believe, is going to be the most rapidly changing and dynamic time ever in the Indian entertainment sphere, and hopefully one that's filled with path-breaking instances, achievements, unprecedented milestones in the entertainment sphere. 75 years of our independence, 75 years, the energy of our young nation is crackling. And the portal for the next frontier in Indian entertainment is wide open. I appeal to you all, let's all charge through that portal. Thank you all. Thank you for inviting me to this prestigious event. As an artist devoted to my craft, I hope I can continue to contribute to films that capture your imagination. Thank you all for having me here. Thank you all for this honor. And thank you all for your love and kindness. I hope you have a great, great FICCI.
I was just wondering, आपने तो सभी का दिल चुरा लिया है, तो आप शायद यहाँ पर छोड़ के जा रहे थे, मैंने सोचा मैं चुरा लूं।
क्या चुराना चाहेंगी मैम?
बस कुछ नहीं। आप दिलों के राजा हैं।
आरजे मोहतरमा ने बोला देखो अभी माहौल सब लूज होने वाला है, रणवीर आने वाला है। कितना सीरियस चैट दिया ना मैंने, मच और एकदम मस्त था। दिल को लगी ना बात।
दिल पर राज करते हैं आप तो।
थैंक यू मैम।
Thank you for addressing this August gathering.
August gathering?
Absolutely. We have.
Oh, September के महीने में इतनी August gathering. देखो मैं चले जाता हूँ वरना माहौल बहुत लूज हो जाएगा, मैं चलता हूँ।
But the occasion is also very joyous, highly joyous and extremely significant. Thank you so much for honoring us. I will now invite Shri Apurva Chandraji, Secretary, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India, for the inaugural address.
नमस्कार। रणवीर सिंह की वाहवाह और दिल पे राज के बाद अब मेरे को बोलना तो बहुत ही मुश्किल होगा। इतने इलेक्ट्रीफाइंग उसके बाद अभी मैं नंबर बोलूँगा मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन ब्रॉडकास्टिंग के कि अभी हमारा टर्नओवर कितना है, मीडिया एंटरटेनमेंट का कितना योगदान है, हाउ मच डज मीडिया एंटरटेनमेंट इंडस्ट्री कंट्रीब्यूट टू द जीडीपी ऑफ द कंट्री, ऑल द स्टेट नंबर्स, इट विल बी क्वाइट बोरिंग आई एम श्योर, बट स्टिल आई हैव टू गो अहेड। Ranveer, you were there at IFFI last year and gave an electrifying performance last year at Goa, and we welcome you again. I hope you are there again and entertain us again at IFFI with an electrifying performance. Miss Tracy Barbin, we welcome you from the God's own country of UK and to God's own country of India. All of those present. In fact, my first experience with FICCI Frames was when I was in Maharashtra as Principal Secretary Industries, and FICCI helped me in formulating the first AVGC policy in the country for Maharashtra, which was way back in the year 2015. Now I think we are into 6-7 years of that policy in Maharashtra. And at that time, I could never imagine that I would be back at FICCI Frames as Secretary, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. But FICCI has grown, the FICCI Frames has grown year on year, and every year they have provided us a lot of policy inputs, and I thank FICCI for that. I was always impressed with the enthusiasm and energy of the event whenever I was here, but unfortunately for the past 3 years during COVID, it could not be held. But today it is very happy to see a large crowd here and nobody wearing a mask, so which shows that we have finally conquered COVID and we are back on track. Now coming to the boring numbers, today media and entertainment industry in India is about $23 billion big. When the country's GDP is about 3.6 trillion, so we constitute less than 1% of the GDP of the country. And we need to improve these numbers. The way the country is growing, I think in the next 10 years, we will be a $10 trillion economy, and we have to target to take media and entertainment industry to more than 1% of that, which means more than $100 billion. We should target that media and entertainment should grow to $100 billion by 2030. And as Ranveer said, all the youth are there, Ranveer himself is here, and with all this energy, I'm sure that media and entertainment will grow and we will reach those targets. We as in the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, we are facilitators and partners to media and entertainment industry. We will do whatever it takes to support the media and entertainment industry and make it as big as possible. I will only speak of some changes, what media and entertainment, what Ministry of Information and Broadcasting has done over the past year or so. In this time of flux, when the COVID was there, the viewing habits of people have changed to some extent. But then we saw just on 23rd of September, just 3-4 days back, when the World Cinema Day was there, and ticket prices were brought down to rupees 75. All the shows in theaters were full, even the morning shows were full. This shows that the craving for entertainment is there. People are willing to go to the theaters as long as the pricing points are right and the people can afford it. So that gives an indication to our industry that the craving to go back to the theaters is there, and we have to work along with the public how to bring the people back to the theaters. We in the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting have merged all the 4 film units into one, and National Film Development Corporation, which is based in Mumbai, is going to be the cinematic arm of the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Where the erstwhile film division, the National Film Archives, the Children Film Society of India, the Film Festival, Directorate of Film Festival, they will all be merged into the NFDC. And with this, we want to revamp the Film Facilitation Office. The Film Facilitation Office, now we propose to give handover for operations to Invest India. Invest India, as we are all aware, is the main arm which Prime Minister Modi created after he took over to attract industries into India. It has been one of the most successful ventures, and today, you would have read in the press just today that more than $100 billion of FDI is coming into India in this year. So we would like to take help of Invest India to attract foreign investment into media and entertainment also. And we in Ministry of Information and Broadcasting and NFDC are going to partner with Invest India to reach out to foreign countries, to reach out to foreign filmmakers, to come to India and shoot films and also collaborate with our country. And also facilitate Indian filmmakers and the states to provide the facilities which make the process seamless. For that, we propose to have more and more collaboration agreements. Today we have collaboration agreements with 15 countries. We would like to expand it more. Today, some council generals are there. We would like them to carry this message that India is open to business. We have recently announced incentive policy at Cannes Film Festival. We announced our incentive policy for co-productions in India and for productions in India. It is an attractive package. The states also give their own incentives, and all this adds on to make it a very interesting, a very viable package and attractive package for filmmakers to come to India and for Indian filmmakers to collaborate with other countries so that we can benefit from the packages of the foreign country as well as India. The other feature which we felt is regarding theaters. I was told that over the past 5-6 years, the number of theaters in India has been on a declining trend. While it was about 12,000 just a few years back, now it is down to 8,000. While China during this period has increased its theaters from 10,000 to 60,000, 70,000. That is why some of the Indian films are doing better in China than in India, which is a trend which we need to reverse. And for that, we will assign the Film Facilitation Office again to work with Invest India and the National Single Window Portal for permissions, because setting up a theater is like setting up an industry, so that more and more theaters can come up and we have more avenues for the paying public to go to the theaters. I can narrate my own experience. My wife was posted in a place called Malda in West Bengal, a large town of almost 10 lakh population. A town of 10 lakh population, but not a single theater. So if that be the case, then the opportunities for the people to go and see the magic of films, see the magic of Ranveer Singh in films is very difficult. And that is why we need to have more theaters. So this task also we will assign to the Film Facilitation Office, so that, and also work with the states, so to create a model theater policy, because the setting up of theaters is largely within the purview of state governments. So we will formulate a model theater policy so that the states can adopt it and work on that. Recently, just about 3-4 months back, some people from Karnataka had approached me to write a letter to the government of Karnataka if the Karnataka government would support them in setting up theaters in district places. And I'm very happy to note that within a space of 5 to 6 months, they've been able to set up theaters in 6 districts, taking land from the government, and not just theaters. These are all-encompassing entertainment hubs with eating joints, with sports facilities, with a film theater, and also some educational purposes. So this is the model which can be adopted to set up mini theaters and provide entertainment to our people. There has been a change. Now, a lot of people are watching content on OTT. There is a shift from linear television to OTT, from theaters to OTT. But then, as long as content is getting created, and I'm sure over the past 2 years, the pace of content creation has increased in the country, and more content is getting created, giving more and more jobs to our people. In which CPG said that now he's chairing the Media and Skill Council, Media and Entertainment Skill Council. They have a big role to play, because skilling is the most important part of creating more and more jobs. In India, our data costs are the cheapest, probably the cheapest in the world in a large country. We had gone to Dubai Expo along with FICCI, and they will bear me out. While in India, we never think of data cost. We get almost 1.5 to 2 GB free every day. In Dubai, the cost of 1 GB of data is 1,000 rupees. My Arab escort, who was Arab, he was saying that his cost of data for his entire family is more than 1 lakh rupees a month. So we in India are fortunate to have data which is so cheap that we can consume, we can watch any of Ranveer Singh's film on a daily basis. And that gives a huge opportunity to the media and entertainment industry. Now with 5G coming, there is another opportunity of direct-to-mobile broadcast. Prasar Bharati in Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, in collaboration with IIT Kanpur, has come out with a proof of concept where, with a small attachment, we can have direct to mobile broadcast. So without even consuming any data, there can be more than 100 channels, 200 channels direct to mobile, and that will usher in a revolution when people can see content and movies without consuming any data, and because even without internet, they can see high quality movies on their mobile phone and listen to digital radio and radio on their mobile phones. So this change is coming. It will happen. The change has started, and I'm sure that over the next 3 to 4 years, we will have that change also in our country. We have created an AVGC task force, which was announced in the budget this year. And I am chairing that AVGC task force. We will be submitting that report, I think, in the next 15 days. There were 4 subgroups within that. They have all submitted their reports. One was on skilling, another on education, third on gaming, and lastly on the incentives and the other policy aspects. We are compiling the reports. That report will be submitted to the government, and thereafter we'll go through the process of adopting that report, which should happen during the course of the year, because AVGC is the future of this country. Tracy was telling me that she had been to Bangalore. I also went to Bangalore recently and was highly impressed to see the kind of so many young persons working in studios, creating animation and virtual reality for the world. The best of Hollywood films are getting created now in Bangalore and other places, and that has huge scope, and AVGC is going to be the next revolution, like the IT revolution 20 years back. So we all have to work for that. Lastly, I would like to mention that yesterday I had a very fruitful meeting with some stalwarts of the film industry on the proposed amendments to the Cinematograph Act. And I am very happy to note that all of those present, they supported the proposed amendments for anti-piracy, introduction of anti-piracy provisions in the Cinematograph Act, for age classification within the UA category, and some other amendments which we are proposing. And with the support of the film industry, we will be able to bring in the Cinematograph Act, hopefully in the winter session of Parliament, and see some more activity. And one more thing I would like to mention is the AVGC Center for Excellence. We have been, I think, every speaker from the ministry who has been coming here has been talking about the Center for Excellence, but it has not seen the light of day over the past 5-6 years. But I am again happy to inform that we have taken an in-principle decision that we want to do this Center for Excellence only in collaboration with the private sector industry, and Mr. Arun Chawla of FICCI and CII are going to be our partners in a partnership with Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. We are proposing a 48% stake for Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, 26% for FICCI, and 26% for CII, and so that it is the private industry which leads the AVGC transformation and not a government setup. So we look forward to these collaborations, and we hope that Ministry of Information and Broadcasting is a catalyst for the upsurge and transformation of the media and entertainment industry. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Apur Chand sir. I need your attention. We are going to play an AV for you. Are we set? Are we ready? Are we ready? We were supposed to play an AV out here. Are we ready? Okay, need your attention. Thank you. That was fantastic. Now I request Mr. Arun Chawla, Director General, FICCI, for a vote of thanks. Please, sir. Hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, vote of thanks is invariably the most boring aspect of any conference, but the most essential one, I must say. Because without thanking the people who've made this conference, I don't think we can fast track any conference or any objective of it. So before I even thank anybody individually, a round of applause for everybody sitting on the dais. And I must say, what a turnout for the biggest media and entertainment in-person conference post-COVID. It's so satisfying to see that an industry which got impacted badly during the pandemic is coming to its own and is looking forward to the bright future ahead. FICCI frames Fast Track 2022 is in a way a celebration of resilience of the industry and steps taken by the government to support the sector during the trying circumstances. On behalf of FICCI, it's my privilege to propose a vote of thanks to the esteemed panel of speakers. My deepest gratitude to the honorable members of the Parliament who are here. I see that Ms. Priyanka Chaturvedi has also joined. Thank you very much. Mr. Apurva Chandra, Secretary, Ministry of Information Broadcasting, for sparing his time in attending the program. Mr. Chandra, under your guidance, Ministry of Information Broadcasting has taken tremendous initiatives for catalyzing the growth of the media and entertainment sector in the country. We at FICCI are grateful to you for your invaluable guidance and support to various activities of FICCI. My special thanks to Mayor of Yorkshire, Ms. Tracy Bravin, who has come all the way from UK leading an important delegation. UK is already one of the favorite shooting destinations for Indian movie makers. India also has audiovisual co-production treaty with the UK, and hence there is a tremendous scope for collaboration between the India and UK industry for content development, joint productions, and in other areas. I'm sure this will be explored during the next 2 days. Ladies and gentlemen, India's entertainment industry is amongst the largest in the world and is expected to grow at 12% annual rate. The key contributions to this growth would be digital content, films, television, followed by animation, VFX, and online gaming. There will be a tremendous opportunity for co-production and film shooting. Let me at this stage express my gratitude to the iconic actor Mr. Ranveer Singh for sharing his views on the industry, and let me congratulating him for bagging the Best Actor Award in a lead role for his cricket drama 83 at the 67th Filmfare Awards. I must say, Ranveer ji, that you have given some of the most entertaining films, and we look forward to many more in the future. FICCI, as the voice of industry, has been working actively in the media and entertainment space for around 30 years. We have been instrumental in suggesting many policy changes to the government, and we take pride in the fact that many important announcements have been made at FICCI's platform, FICCI Frames platform. FICCI will continue to serve industry through knowledge inputs, facilitating access to new markets, and providing exclusive platforms for exchange of ideas. Here I must thank the President of FICCI for his continuous push to us in this area, and Ms. Jyoti Deshpande, who is not here unfortunately. She's unwell. She's the chairperson, FICCI Media and Entertainment Committee, for driving FICCI's activities in the media and entertainment sector. It was also an absolute pleasure to listen to the remarkable address by the speakers, which I'm sure would inspire various stakeholders to redouble their efforts in making India a media and entertainment hub. The vision of the Government of India to make India a world-class content production powerhouse is laudable, and our entertainment industry is working in tandem to make it a reality. The presence of some of the creative minds and movers and shakers of the Indian entertainment industry in this program speaks volumes about the important stakeholders attached to this platform. I must appreciate and thank Mr. Ramesh Sippy for taking his time out at a short notice. Our sincere thanks to our partners, the Motion Picture Association, Instagram, Viacom 18, Rajasthan Tourism, Disney Star, Tata Play, Zupi, Prime Videos, Creative First, and PVR, who provided tremendous support in the program curation and implementation. At this juncture, I must thank the members of the media who are present here in large numbers. Thank you very much. Last but not the least, a big thank you to all of you for your enthusiastic participation. I wish the ensuing deliberations big success. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chawla, for the closing remarks of the inaugural. And on that uplifting note, we conclude this session. Thank you, everybody. And please reconvene in the next 10 minutes. We are breaking for just 10 minutes. We will have Mr. Ranveer Singh with us for a fireside chat, along with Ms. Madhurita Mukherjee, editor, Bombay Times. Please come back to your seats in the next 10 minutes, everybody. Thank you so much.
ग्रीक वाले, अरे वो बोले, किसी ने बोला नहीं था भाई, मैं बाजू में खड़ा था। बाकी लोग बोल रहे हैं
check. I seek your attention, ladies and gentlemen. It is past 1:45. We have had a good 15-minute break or more. I request your cooperation. All those who are yet standing, requested to please be seated. We will commence the fireside chat with Mr. Ranveer Singh in the next couple of moments. All those who have turned their cell phones on during the break, requested to please put them on silent so as to avoid disturbances during the proceedings. Thank you. Can I request all those, especially those behind, please settle down. We have had a good 20-minute break now. Thank you for your cooperation once again. We intend to begin immediately, and we will be having a very interesting fireside chat with Mr. Ranveer Singh. I'm sure you all are excited about it. Do check your phones once to ensure that they are on silent. Thank you. much. All those behind requested to settle down quickly. We are beginning immediately. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back post the break. We had a very dazzling inaugural session graced by Mr. Ranveer Singh himself, and we are having him again for a fireside chat with Ms. Madhurita Mukherjee, editor, Bombay Times. Could I invite you, ma'am, to please step up on stage? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited, and I'm sure you all are as equally as I am. Over to Madhurita. The stage as well as Ranveer is all yours.
Hello.
Hello, Yvonne.
कौन बोला हट जा अपनी राह से दूर जा अपना लाश में आवाज़ें कमाने की कौन बोला आएगा अपना टाइम आएगा मेरे जैसा शाला लाला तुझे ना मिल पाएगा ये शब्दों का ज्वाला मेरी बेड़ियां पिघलाएगा जितना तूने बोला है तू उतना ही तो खाएगा अपना टाइम आएगा तू ना ही तो जाएगा.
Over to you, Madhurita.
Hello and welcome, Ranveer.
हेलो मैडम, आवाज नहीं आ रही है आपको मैडम की.
Hello, everyone.
आपकी
Can you hear
आवाज
me?
नहीं आ रही है मैम.
Am I audible?
गुड मॉर्निंग.
Hello, everyone.
हेलो एवरीवन.
It's great to have you here, Ranveer.
मधुरिता जी, मैं तो आया हूँ इस स्टेज पर 5 मिनट पहले, तो आपका वेलकम, मधुरिता जी का वेलकम कीजिए तालियों की गड़गड़ाहट से.
Thank you so
ये
much.
एवी किसने बनाया? किसने बनाया? मैं मिलूंगा आपको बाद में. इतना ही थोड़ा और डाल देते, थोड़ी और तारीफ कर लेते तो अच्छा लगता. हेलो मैडम.
Hello again, Ranveer.
कैसी हैं आप?
बहुत अच्छे. आप कैसे हो?
मैं तो टिप टॉप हूं यार. we're back together. No masks. Hi, hello. Allowed. Handshakes, hugs, kisses, all allowed.
Absolutely.
We're back.
Yes.
A round of applause for us all. We're back, guys. It's so wonderful that we can actually be together in person. What a difficult time it's been the past 2-3 years. है ना मैम?
Absolutely.
Seen some great degrees of pain and suffering.
Yes.
But we are out of that dark and
Yes.
gloomy time and full of positivity and
Absolutely.
energy.
This is exactly what we're going to
तो
start
all
with,
energize
Ranveer.
करें
Yeah.
इस रूम को. करें क्या?
Yes.
तो कुछ ही देर पहले हम यहाँ बैठे थे और किसी ने एक पॉइंट रेज किया एंड इट रियली हिट होम. आई वाज लाइक, हाँ यार, सोचो इसके बारे में. Somebody said, look at where we started, look at the journey of the Indian entertainment sphere, where it started and where it is today. What a journey, a spectacular journey. कहाँ से शुरू किया था हमने मैम? दूरदर्शन से. आज देखो कितने प्लेटफॉर्म, कितने चैनल्स. There's just so much happening. पर एक टाइम पे सिर्फ दूरदर्शन हुआ करता था. I'm born in 85, so I've seen those times. ए कौन है? कोई कौन है? ओहो, ये मधुर आवाज कहां से आ रही है? अरे गुड मॉर्निंग सर, अपनी मधुर आवाज सबको सुनाइए. आइए, आपका नाम?
समीर.
समीर. पवन का झोंका,
ठंडी हवा का झोंका.
आहा. सर, संजय लीला भंसाली साहब की फिल्म में आपका रेफरेंस था, हम दिल दे चुके सनम, याद है आपको?
वो
समीर.
वो तो बहुत दिल वाली बात है.
पवन का झोंका. सर, कितना अच्छा गाते हैं आप.
मैं गाता नहीं हूँ, गुनगुनाता हूँ.
अरे गुनगुनाइए सर, एनर्जाइज कीजिए हम सबको. क्या ट्यून गा रहे थे आप?
1 2 3 ऑल ऑफ अस. टा ना 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 टा ना 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 टा ना 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 ना.
क्या बात है सर. जिंदगी ना मिलेगी दोबारा वाला सीन याद है आपको? कितना हंसाया ऋतिक साहब ने, है ना? मन बहलाया आपने गुनगुना के. समीर जी, थैंक यू फॉर दैट. एक जब भी हो जाए साथ में गाएंगे. And everybody, for real this time. For real this time. Everybody join in. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da-da-da-da. 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 आहा, क्या दिन थे वो. Simpler times. Thank you समीर जी. क्या बात है. सिर्फ समीर जी और मैंने गाया, आपने तो गाया ही नहीं. ये चीटिंग है. गाया? आप तो पैदा भी नहीं हुए थे उस टाइम पे.
This was the tune he was listening to before he came on stage.
आपको पता है Spotify प्लेलिस्ट ढूंढा मैंने 90s एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स. क्या क्या है उसमें? छाया गीत, चित्रहार, निर्मा डिटर्जेंट टिकियां इसके झाला में जादू कर दिया. पानी में रह के भी ये कम गले. मेरे को क्यों याद है ये सब? मैं sometimes I shock myself. Why I know all of these little cultural tidbits.
We just listened to all of this.
ढेरों कपड़े धोए और ज्यादा चले. निर्मा डिटर्जेंट टिकिया. अब आप समझी ये टिकिया मैंने क्यों ली? ओहो, यशराज टैलेंट मैनेजमेंट. कोई ब्रांड कॉन्फ्लिक्ट तो नहीं है मेरी माँ? तो ये बात बात पे आ जाती है. चुप चुप चुप. जी मैडम पूछिए ना.
Yes.
पूछिए ना, कितना अच्छा दिन है.
So Ranveer, FICCI Frames is back in
FICCI
full form
Frames is
after
back,
2 years.
baby.
Our theaters have reopened. Movies are releasing back to back, and like you said earlier, there's so much of positivity and hope out there. Now, when you look back at the 2 years, what are your thoughts, Ranveer? You know, what are your learnings that you're taking ahead, you know, professionally and personally?
Personally, ma'am, I would. I'll keep it short.
Yes.
But most certainly, I have seen a personal evolution. The pandemic has changed me and deeply affected me personally, as it has to everybody, the whole world.
Absolutely.
Not our city, state, country, just the entire planet, you know, was affected. And no exception. A lot of time for introspection, and coming out of it feels like the start of a new chapter. And what I'm committed to making into a glorious chapter with all the learnings. I think when it comes to the Indian entertainment sphere, my observation is that we've been rapidly accelerated to where Western entertainment spheres are now.
Right.
You know, the gulf between big screen entertainment and at-home entertainment has become very distinct.
Right, absolutely.
And that's there to see in the past year, the films that have released. There is now a very clear distinction between what is meant for the big screen.
Right.
Those films, now it's imperative to have big screen appeal, visual spectacle, scale, something you can't really experience at home, or then a community watch. You know, something that you have a better experience sitting with a large bunch of people and laughing and crying. That community viewing experience is very, very important for any offering. It's not the same when you're sitting alone and watching at home on the couch. So we've been rapidly accelerated. I think it's a completely new landscape with the rise of new verticals. And now I feel like it's like I mentioned in the earlier speech as well, it's all one big giant entertainment landscape. You know, our Indian audiences are watching shows that have been created in other countries, and the reverse is happening as well.
Exchange is the same,
So many of my university friends message me out of the blue, say, hey, I thought of you because I was watching this Indian show called Made in Heaven. I was like, arey wah yaar, in middle America, in today's day and age, आपको मेरी याद आ गई क्योंकि आपने एक इंडियन शो देखा और आपको पसंद आ गई. So I think it's a very exciting time in that sense. We now have so many avenues to export our culture, our talent, our skills, our stories. And at the same time, the onus is on us creators, because now we know that the average Indian consumer has access to just about any piece of entertainment from anywhere in the world on the click of a button. So then you have to really
push the boundaries.
There's extra onus to very deliberately look at the content that you're creating. It's very important to keep our audiences entertained. If we're going to draw them back to the theaters, then we need to justify the time, effort, and energy and money that it takes to come to the theaters. So personally, I'm committed to big screen cinema, and very excited about my upcoming releases as well. But I feel like what Sir said, the 12,000 cinema halls shrinking to 8,000, that's concerning. And I hope that the people who are like me, who are committed to the cause of big screen entertainment, I hope that we are able to adapt so that we can deliver content that brings people back to the theaters. That's important, because we know how easy it is now. You have so many entertainment options at home and on your phone, like Sir was saying, with data as accessible to our masses as it is now. More and more people are going to consume entertainment on the smaller screens. So the people who, you know, who are responsible for delivering big screen entertainment, the onus is very much on us creatively and technically.
You've always been a believer of these spectacle movies, larger than life cinema, and you've always said that you grew up on such cinema, right? So it's exciting for you to see that such movies are like really working out there. That's what's drawing the audiences, like you just said, right?
You know, after the pandemic, when I went back into the cinema halls, I was like, man, I've missed this. That experience is very special. To sit in this dark theater with so many people and, you know, have this joint cathartic experience. I feel like cinema going is like a microcosm of life itself. You know, according to me, what is life? It's a shared experience. What is my joy if I don't share it with you? So when you sit together in a cinema hall and you laugh together, you clap together, you know, you cry together, you feel that emotion together, that's a very special experience. So like I said, it's the onus is now on us creators. When people have taken the time, taken the effort, and given the money to come to the cinema hall, then you have to give them bang for their buck. Please justify the time, effort, and money it took for them to come there, believing that you will entertain them for 2.5 hours. Life is difficult. You know, हमारा काम क्या है? As entertainers, सबका बोझ हल्का करना, to provide some kind of escape, entertainment, deliver some kind of pertinent social message as well. So the onus, yes, is very much on the creators now.
So which is the first film that you saw post the pandemic in the theater?
I don't remember. I think the most memorable watch for me has been Top Gun. I wasn't in the country at the time of release, but I'm such a big fan of cinema that I made it a point to go to the cinema hall, and it was many weeks after the release, so I went to an IMAX screen and I took that center seat, and that big screen experience, it's like a classic movie, you know. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed the Brahmastra experience. Round of applause for my friends who have created Brahmastra, the Astraverse. I think a fantastic big screen offering and something unlike anything we've seen in Hindi cinema, and I truly appreciate the efforts of my friends in putting that out there. Thank you. Thank you. मजा आपने देखी सर? हॉल में देखी सर? हॉल में देखी? फर्स्ट डे फर्स्ट शो? क्या बात है सर? थैंक यू यार. मजा आया सर? ताली बजाई, हंसे, रोए, बस और क्या चाहिए यार?
Exactly. In fact, you know, you said, Ranveer, that you're in a phase where you want to make movies that bring people together, and some of your upcoming films are that, like Circus and Rocky Aur Rani Ki Prem Kahani. They have a certain happiness and lightness about them. Do you think that's a need of the hour? Would you say that's a need of the hour?
This is a very personal thing, ma'am. I feel like being an artist, my channels for empathy are open for the most part. And therefore, the time that we've been through as a people, as a collective, that kind of difficulty, pain and suffering I felt very deeply.
Yeah.
And went through a lot myself personally. It was difficult to witness all of that. So personally, for me as an entertainer, I want to contribute towards offerings that will make people laugh, that will make people smile. I feel like times have been tough. Aao yaar, thoda haste hain. And therefore on Christmas, my next offering is actually circus, which is the best thing. You know, when you go to watch a Rohit Shetty comedy, you know what you're going for.
Absolutely, yes.
आओ यार थोड़ा हंस के आते हैं, थोड़ा हल्का होके आते हैं, मजे करके आते हैं, and that's the kind of cinema that I have consciously chosen to be a part of. I think in the recent past we have seen that you have to give something to the audience that justifies their time, effort, and money in coming there. I personally have bought so many, I've taken large groups of people over the weekend to watch films, my friends and family. I know how expensive it is. And I know as a cinema going audience myself, that एक तो आप plan बनाओ हफ्ते भर पहले. People's lives are so fast and so busy to make the plan to go with everybody. Then you get into the car, you drive through, you know, traffic. You get to the, let's say if you're going to a multiplex, you go to a mall. आप basement पे पहले parking ढूंढो. Parking ढूंढने के बाद you go up 3 flights of escalators. You get your ticket. You pay so much money for the snacks. Then you go and take your seat. There's 20 minutes of commercial messaging. And by the time the movie starts, it's taken a lot of effort and a considerable amount of money, a fraction of your income for that month, or to actually be there. And I take that very seriously. I take that as a responsibility. I need to do whatever I can to justify that time, effort, and money of the paying audience who have come to the theaters to watch me, believing that I will deliver entertainment to them. Then I will do everything I can to make sure that that is the case.
Wow. Very well said. Big applause on that. So Ranveer, last year you completed a decade in Bollywood. Again, a very big applause for that, you know. And, you know, we've seen your growth as an actor. You become this actor par excellence, and you have this massive fan following and so many people who love you. And still you always say that you feel this sense of disbelief about, you know, who you are and the amount you've achieved in life. And you say it's surreal, when actually it is so real. Your success is so real. Why do you feel that way?
Ma'am, it's like the position that I find myself in, I couldn't even have dreamed it up. It's beyond my wildest imagination. When I started 12 years back, when I was in my struggle period for 3.5 years, I would have thought that, you know, I just want to act, you know, and I'll do my best and I hope that good things happen. But the kind of stuff that's happening, you know, the opportunities that I've been blessed with, the acclaim, the love of the people, it's overwhelming. So it's almost every day that I wake up with an overwhelming sense of gratitude. I can hardly believe that I'm in this position. I have this position in the current Indian entertainment sphere where I'm collaborating with the finest filmmakers, where I am given the opportunity to contribute towards the biggest ticket offerings. You know, it's like, I can't, till today,
believe it's happened to you.
Till today, I can't believe it. Sometimes it's like I feel like मैं कोई सपना देख रहा हूँ क्या कि ये actually हो रहा है क्या मेरे साथ? So 12 years down, I think one would think is a long enough time for it to sink in, but it still hasn't. And I'm just as hungry as when I first started. I've completed a decade, but my hunger, my appetite to create just is insatiable. I feel like I've been blessed with this once in a lifetime opportunity. You know, like my character says in Gully Boy, ऊपर वाले ने मेरे को ये तोहफा दिया है. You know, I have I'm aware now with a little bit of maturity that okay, I have been blessed with a certain gift. And what greater thing than for me to do what I love to do for a living. So I'm very aware that this is a very rare blessing for anybody to have. So I put all my energy and all my passion into making good on that blessing from the Almighty.
Is that the reason why, Ranveer, you're a certain way with your fans? The way you give so much of yourself to them, whether you're hugging them, throwing kisses in the air, interacting with them, clicking selfies, that certain vibe and energy you give out to them. Is that because you're so overwhelmed the fact that they've given you so much of love to start with?
Ma'am, I just think it's a very simple philosophy. I think I read it, funnily, on Instagram, who is our partner today. I read it on Instagram. There are a lot of these, anybody here from Instagram, from Meta? No? Okay, no problem. But let me tell you, Instagram is a great source for a lot of knowledge. Sometimes you don't expect it, but you come upon some very interesting points. And I read this on Instagram, and that philosophy really resonated. It's like somebody articulated my life philosophy. When you meet people, just leave them happier than when you met them. It's just as simple as that. That's the best thing you can do with yourself. I feel like it's my calling to entertain people, and to put a smile on somebody's face is just about the best thing I can do with my faculties. And that's really, I get great fulfillment from putting a smile on somebody's face. So I try and spread that positivity, and I feel like it's a cyclical effect.
It's infectious, yeah.
Because I also believe that you only get what you give. So if you give good energy, positivity, and good vibes, it all multiplies and comes back to you. So yeah, I find great joy in and it's another thing I'm very grateful for, and another thing that never gets old. So when people look at you and they're like, you could just put a smile on somebody. It's a great thing. So I feel like that's my purpose, that's my calling, and I'll do it till my dying breath.
Once in an interview you told me that I want to be a complete entertainer, and that you truly are, Ranveer, on screen and off screen. I'm sure all of you would agree here. Absolutely. So there is this Ranveer that we see, at events and everywhere. You're wearing these colorful clothes, vibrant, high on energy, 1,000 watts at all times. And then there is a Ranveer we see on screen, totally molded into the characters you play. Like, we almost don't know who you are. Of course, the character you're playing. How do you do that? And secondly, I want to ask you that, do you ever leave the Ranveer thing behind when you go on set? Or is there a bit of Ranveer in every role that you play?
Ma'am, I strongly believe that when it comes to someone's personality, you can't really put anybody in a box, really. You can't say this person is X and Y. People aren't finite, Human beings are just too complex. So there are various facets to my personality. When I'm in public, my projection is a certain way, colorful, vibrant,
that
fun,
is also part of
very
you.
authentically
Yes.
me.
Yes.
But that is in that situation and in that context. Today when my friend, the lady, the RJ, when she establishes that, okay, Ranveer's come and now we're going to have some fun. I own that. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I love having that reputation. Yes, I'm here, and I'm here to entertain you, and I'm here to, let's have some fun, let's have some cheer and mirth and joy, and lightness of being.
Yes.
But at the same time, there are various different facets to my personality. In my personal life, I'm very different. In my professional capacity, I'm very different. In the roles that I inhabit is perhaps where one gets an opportunity to perhaps see another side of me. And I do pour myself, an authentic side of myself into my characters.
Yeah.
And I hope to get the opportunity to explore more and more of myself.
Yeah.
Today, if you ask me, how does one define you? I don't have the answer to that. I don't know how I'd be able to define myself. And at the same time, I'll say, in a larger context, I don't know if anybody can really be defined. So I hope that when I play different and more characters, it's a constant exploration of who I am. That playing different characters will reveal myself to me. And I hope that I get substantial enough characters to be able to explore myself.
Right. Yes. Talking about exploring different characters, Ranveer, you always said that your stardom and this huge stardom that you enjoy is a byproduct. And what you really focus on is the core of creating these memorable characters, unforgettable roles, and pushing the boundaries. And with you, what's fascinating is that you're one actor, one rare actor who really pushes the boundaries, because, you know, every time we see you on screen, it's like, wow, he can do this and he can do that. You know, so does that really excite you, the fact that you have the power and the ability to stun us every time with the roles that you play and the choices you make?
Thank you for that, ma'am. I will say it is a function of the opportunities that are coming to you.
Yeah.
Like I said, I hope I continue to get roles in which I can explore various facets of my repertoire. I think I need to be invested and excited. Every pore of mine needs to be energized and enthused by the opportunity. I am currently considering my next script, and I want something to drive me wild, you know. That's when I can pour myself to that degree. I'm so hungry right now. Oftentimes I think that I hope I can keep exploring, and I hope that there is enough in my life experience, in my to be able to bring to my craft. Sometimes I think, man, when is this, and I've had this conversation with some of my fellow actors as well. We're like, man, sometimes are you afraid that this bag of tricks is going to run out? Like, you know?
Do you ever feel that way?
I don't know. I guess I'll find out as I go. Fortunately, up until my very last release, you know, playing Kapil Dev, playing Jayesh, they're all vastly distinctive characters that I've got to explore and put out there. And I hope to continue in the same vein. My next offering is quite disruptive for my own filmography. It's my first, like, really out and out comedy, the kind of movie that I love. Do we have any Golmaal fans in the house? Wow! Okay. Go Golmaal. You see, Mr. Rohit Shetty and his brand of cinema has a cult following. I am very proud to be a part of it. We have an offering coming this Christmas with all the comedy all-stars. Again, ma'am, a very, and I'll tie this point back to what we were discussing. The comedy all-stars are all a part of the ensemble in Circus. So I had a moment when I was on set with Mr. Johnny Lever. I couldn't believe that I was in the same movie. I was performing a comedy scene with Johnny Lever. He's a titan of Hindi cinema. One of the greatest of all time. I could hardly believe that I was on set with him. I was, and I have not shared this ever before, that morning, but I will share it with you. I was, and to testament to my point of how overwhelming it gets for me. I remember Johnny Sir's scene was going to be in the afternoon. I started in the morning, and I was walking from my van to the set, and I was passing by, and I saw his name on the vanity van, and that's when it struck me. I was like, man, I'm acting with Johnny Lever today. You know, I was in tears that morning. I couldn't believe it. It was a very personal moment for me, because I remember my first live experience of a live show. One of my first ones was watching Johnny Lever stand up in Bhaidas Hall. My father was a huge fan, and he took me, one of my first live performances ever, and I'm seeing this one diminutive man regaling a packed house for 2.5 hours, sweating, you know, his trademark rumal that he used to get out and wipe his sweat. One of the greatest entertainers of all time. And I had somebody I've grown up with, I had the opportunity to act with him. In Rocky Aur Rani Ki Prem Kahani, the same thing happened when I was acting with Dharminder, with Shabana Azmi ji, with Jaya Bachchan. I couldn't believe it. And I'll tell you the Dharmendra moment as well. So the first day that Dharamji and I were going to perform a scene together, I had told all the ADs, make sure I'm on set before Dharamji. I'd like to welcome him on his first day. But something happened and Dharamji was on set before me. And I was like, oh, what happened? He was like, he went to set. I was like, okay, good. Then I rushed and I went to set. And now that we were pressed for time, I was quickly understanding from Karan what the requirement of the scene was, processing everything, and it was a face-to-face chat with Dharamji. And okay, so I'm just before the take, I'm going through my checklist. okay, ये बोलना है, फिर ये. And then they called roll camera, and I looked up to start the scene. And in that moment, it hit me, because I saw his face this close. I was like, bro, look at what's happening with you. This is an out-of-body moment for me. Wow. This is absolutely surreal. I'm giving a shot with Dharmendra, the legend of Hindi cinema. I can hardly believe it, and that's why every now and then, and ever so often, there will be a situation, an experience, or an instance which is just, it's like straight out of a fantasy for me.
Wow, wow, that's super, man. That's such a lovely anecdote. So probably next year we clock in 10 years of Ram Leela. That's the first film where we saw Deepika Ani together, and wow, what a jodi you all were. And what a couple you are today. On screen, off screen, fabulous. I want to understand creatively, how do you all contribute to each other's lives, careers, roles, choices, cinema choices? How do you all creatively feed off each other?
I must say, I learn a lot from her. She is a consummate professional. She has exemplary habits. And there is a lot to learn, and every day I learn from her. I think it's been a while since we've acted together. Yeah. And from that time, I think Bajirao Mastani was when we actually did scenes together, because Padmavat, our last release together, we didn't actually have any scenes. So the last time I really performed something in depth with Deepika was back in 2014-15. And she and I have both had a personal evolution since then in our individual capacity as people and as actors. So I think it'll be very interesting to explore the co-actor dynamic with her. I'm very excited. I hope we get a great opportunity. And I've seen the evolution in her. I can step out and objectively observe actor to actor, the kind of evolutions she's had. Right. You know, I think her performance in Gehraiyan was stunning. Super. You know, and I know for a person who has had a battle with mental health and anxiety, has dealt with anxiety, to perform a part like that is such a great challenge, and it takes so much out of you. I have nothing but the utmost amount of respect for that kind of honesty, authenticity, and finesse in craft. I admire her hugely as an actor, and I really, really hope that we get an opportunity to act together on screen again. Would you like to see that?
Yes, we
I'd
hope so
definitely
too.
like to do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Today we're seeing a lot of talent.
And a lot more I learned from her. That's in a professional capacity, ma'am, but at a personal level, you know, how to create a work-life balance, how to make sustainable life choices that are aligned with authenticity. You know, our touchwood, it's been, we met and started dating in 2012. So 2022 is 10 years of me and Deepika.
Wow, that's superb.
And touchwood, it just, she, as I've always said, is one of the greatest blessings of my life, and one of the best things that's ever happened to me. I'm so grateful for her in my life.
We're waiting to watch you all together again. Absolutely.
Yeah, there was a brief hint of it in '83. I think people enjoyed her cameo and our chemistry there. There's a small surprise round the corner. Can't reveal much about it, but you will see us together in a entertaining, colorful, vibrant context very soon. More on that later. But yes, let me take this platform to appeal to the creatives in our films to please consider this jodi. I think it'll be quite exciting to see these two talents come together. Yeah, I would love to do a movie with her.
Yeah. Yes. We're seeing so much of talent in our country today, Ranveer, emerging from everywhere, whether they're writers, directors, musicians, actors. Are you excited about seeing the way content is evolving in our country? Through various digital platforms, so many avenues.
I think it's the best time to be working in Indian entertainment. I started 12 years ago, and I was talking to some aspiring young actors. I was like, guys, this time that we're living in is very different from when I started out. Things were very insulated, and your access wasn't as easy. Your avenues and opportunities weren't as voluminous. today you have so many channels, so many OTT platforms, so many films. There is so much there are so many employment opportunities out there, whether it's writers, actors, technicians. It is such an exciting time because of the, the number of things that are being created. Right. Back then, only that many films, that many channels, that many OTT wasn't even there at that time. Yeah. At that time, we had to take, how do you find work? We used to go with physical copies of our portfolios with contacts, mobile numbers found from here, there, go from office to office and sit outside the office, meet producers, directors, casting directors, trying to get your foot in the door in that way and try and get work like that. Today, you have curated Instagram profiles, which are basically your calling card. The casting director can go and check you out. It's just access is just that simple. So when they come to me today, and they come to seek advice, you know, that you managed to get your foot in the door. Yeah. I was like, man, my story is very different because that time was very different. Yes. Today, your path and your journey towards getting your opportunity and getting your foot in the door is going to be very different because the times are different. But at the same time, I would encourage you to do it. Take the plunge because it's a great time to be in Indian entertainment.
Wow. I want to ask you this, Ranveer, a decade in the industry, some fabulous roles to boast of, a huge star. What is it that keeps your fire burning? In your case, fire blazing because they're generally all guns blazing.
Ma'am, I would say this, just being given this opportunity to be an actor, I get to do what I love to do for a living. I am living the dream. All my life, I just wanted to be in Hindi films. Yeah. And here I am. And that's one of the biggest things that happened in my life. You know, a lot of times I get asked, how are you so happy all the time? Yeah. I'd be like, man, there's one great big thing happened in my life is that I became an actor, you know, and I'm filled with gratitude for that. And gratitude is my superpower, you know. So I'm very aware of my blessings. I'm very grateful for them. And I feel like ये मिला है मौका तो मार देना चाहिए चौका, है ना? चांस मिला है तो डांस करना चाहिए. I'm here, I'm in Hindi films, I'm a leading man in Hindi films. It's incredible. I have this platform, this opportunity to really make a mark and live my dream. And that kind of energy, that kind of passion, it comes very, very naturally.
Lastly, I want to ask you, Ranveer, we recently learned you have another super talent, which is writing dialogues. Yeah. So you've contributed creatively to the dialogues of Rocky and Rani, right? Yeah. So I want to ask you, if you were to describe Ranveer Singh in one dialogue, through one dialogue, what would that be?
Ma'am, you're putting me on the spot, yaar.
Come on, I'm sure you can coin a dialogue really quick.
आप बताइए. धमाका. क्या बात है? I love it. यही मैडम.
That's your dialogue.
Ranveer Singh. ... Dhamaka.
Super.
Madam, dhamaka means explosion. A big explosion. और क्या क्या है यार? और तारीफ करो मेरी. बहुत प्यारा. Very lovable. क्या बात है सर? मेरे साइलेंट शॉट्स की ना सिर्फ आप कदर करते हो सर. देखो डायलॉग्स बुलवा रहे हैं. साइलेंट एक्टिंग में भी मैं आपका भाई आगे. ऐसी बात नहीं है. लुटेरा कभी की थी सर 12 में. मैं तो एवं लुट गया. ये आपके लिए डायलॉग है, मेरे लिए. और क्या क्या है गाइस? अब मेरे गानों के टाइटल्स नहीं बोलेंगे ना आप. सवाल कुछ और है. आज आप बताएंगे एक डायलॉग जो मेरे लिए फिट बैठता है. बताइए. आजा.
गुड वन.
आजा. बोल दे सबको. बाज की नजर. रुक जा. बाज की नजर सेकंड.
चीते की चाल, बाज की नजर और रणवीर सिंह सर की एक्टिंग पे कभी संदेह नहीं करते, कभी भी फाड़ सकती है।
अरे वाह! क्या डायलॉग है! Couldn't have put it better myself.
He killed it.
Thanks यार, thanks मेरे यार, made my day. Thank you so much.
So we have your dialogue there. It was great talking to you, Ranveer.
Thank you,
fabulous
ma'am.
session. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Ranveer, for your energy that literally set the fireside chat ablaze. And thank you, Madhurita, for that engaging conversation as well. It was lovely having you.